It's Adrian Bowe, CEO of Adrian Bowe Auctions and Training and Chief Auctioneer for Ray White Quakers Hill, the Teslon Group. It's Sunday the 6th of April and welcome to my weekly auction wrap. Well, throughout Australia this week we saw 2,400 auctions throughout the nation. Now this was 16% less than last week, however 21% higher than this exact time last year, being 2024. So very encouraging news to start to see more inventory come onto the market. Now last week nationally throughout Australia we had a clearance rate of 59%. Now that has dipped because we have seen quite consistently a national clearance rate of around 63%, but I'm proud to announce that at Ray White Quakers Hill, the Teslon Group, we had on the weekend a clearance rate of 90%, which is extremely consistent with this calendar year, mainly due to the process that the team sticks to, and of course that buyer work, intimacy and vendor work communication and outstanding marketing and presentation, and of course myself as the auctioneer having that ability to build a relationship with the seller the week leading into the auction, and therefore taking our recommendations with gravitas and confidence. Some good news with the home value index, and that's a national index, somewhat like the Dow Jones of real estate, if you like. And for the second month in a row, we've just come out with the March figures, and it's up 0.4% nationally. That's outstanding news, because after 4 months of negative growth, we've actually seen 2 consecutive months of positive growth, and that has nothing to do with clearance rates. That's got to do with CoreLogic algorithm based on the total value of properties throughout Australia. So an outstanding figure there and statistic for us to have confidence within all stakeholders of the real estate transaction, whether it's the agent, the buyer or the seller, to purchase with confidence in what is a over $11 trillion asset class, being residential real estate, 8 weighing all the other asset classes being commercial real estate, superannuation and the ASX. Cash rate remained on hold through the RBA, still at 4.1%, and certainly there's some speculation whether there'll be some increases, holds or decreases throughout this calendar year, depending on inflation and also the cost of living and also the share market itself. Now let's launch into the result for Ray White Quakers Hill for the weekend. Now I must say that all the results I'm reporting to you were either at or well above the reserve price, and the average number of registrations that we did receive at each auction was about 5. So some considerably more and some around that 3 or 4 mark. Still all competitive auctions. So we sold initially for Jojo Kendall, number 7, Ava Close, Minchinbury, 2-story home. Great result there, 1,391,000. And then I went on to auction for Josh Teslon and his team, Ben, Marin, Sam and Laurie. Some outstanding results here for Josh and his team. 14 Winsome Avenue in Plumpton. That sold for 1,450. That was a new suburb record for a 4-bedroom home in Plumpton, and a terrific result. And then we had 141 Cowper Circle in the core market for Josh in Quakers Hill. That sold for 1,382,000. That was about 200,000 over reserve. So incredible outcome. Then we went to 4 Newry Place, also in the core market of Quakers Hill, 1,123,000 single level, and also well above the reserve on that one. 62 Cobham Street in Kings Park. That sold for a terrific price of 1,318,000. We had 10 registered bidders on that one, and again selling many hundreds of thousands over the reserve. Then we went on to 8 Bilby Place in Quakers Hill. Also, Core Market, that was a duplex which the lovely owner Jan had owned for 30 years and kept it immaculately. And what an outstanding and lovely family. And all our clients were obviously terrific to work with. And that sold for $900,000. So, really look forward to coming back to you next week. We had some outstanding results, very positive messaging throughout the marketplace, more properties coming onto the market, more buyers gaining approvals and certainly seeking to purchase. So I look forward to seeing you same time next week. Thank you.